Puss in Boots. Once upon a time, a kind miller lived with his 3 sons. He worked hard every day and loved his family dearly. When he became old, he shared his belongings fairly. The oldest son received the mill with grateful thanks. The second son received the faithful donkey. The youngest son received only a cat. The young man tried to smile, but his heart felt heavy. "How will we ever make a living?" he whispered gently. The cat looked up with calm and sparkling eyes. "Please do not lose hope," the cat said kindly. "I believe our adventure is only beginning." The young man blinked with surprise. He had never heard a cat speak before. The cat smiled with quiet confidence. "Please bring me a pair of sturdy boots," he said. "And a strong cloth bag will also help." The young man trusted the cat and found both. The cat proudly pulled on his shiny boots. He swung the cloth bag over his shoulder. "Now watch carefully," he said with a cheerful wink. He walked through the peaceful forest with light, quick steps. Birds sang sweet songs high among the trees. Every woodland creature watched the clever cat with curiosity. Soon his clever plan quietly began to unfold. The cat placed fresh herbs and grain inside the cloth bag. Then he waited patiently beside a quiet forest path. Before long, a curious rabbit hopped closer. The rabbit peeked inside the open bag with interest. The clever cat gently gathered the bag around the rabbit. "Thank you, little friend," he whispered kindly. He carried the gift toward the royal castle. The tall guards welcomed the polite visitor with surprise. The cat bowed deeply before the king. "A gift from the Marquis of Carabas," he announced proudly. The king thanked the unseen nobleman with delight. The princess smiled, wondering who he might be. The cat visited the castle again a few days later. Each visit brought another thoughtful forest gift. The king grew more curious every single day. "I hope to meet this generous marquis soon," he said. The clever cat smiled because everything was going perfectly. One bright morning he heard joyful news. The king and the princess planned a riverside journey. The cat hurried home as quickly as the wind. He shared his next idea with the young man. "Trust me one more time," he said warmly. The young man nodded with growing confidence. Together they walked toward the sparkling river. The young man stepped into the cool, clear water. Just then, the royal carriage came into view. The cat waved his hat and called for help. "Please help the Marquis of Carabas," he cried. The king quickly stopped the carriage. Fine clothes were brought for the young man. The princess greeted him with a warm smile. They enjoyed talking as the journey continued. Meanwhile, the clever cat raced ahead across the fields. He kindly greeted everyone working nearby. The people happily welcomed the Marquis of Carabas. The king admired the beautiful farms and green meadows. At last, the cat reached a magnificent castle. The castle belonged to a mighty magician. The magician proudly showed many wonderful tricks. The clever cat praised his amazing magic. "Can you become something as tiny as a little mouse?" the cat asked politely. With a proud smile, the magician turned into a tiny grey mouse. The little mouse scampered out through the open castle door and disappeared into the sunny fields. The clever cat smiled, for the beautiful castle now stood quiet and ready to welcome its guests. The king saw the young man's kindness and honesty. The princess knew she had found a true friend. Soon they celebrated a joyful wedding with family and friends. The clever cat smiled, and they all lived happily together for many years. Good night from Safira Dreams. May your dreams be filled with wonder, and may every story bring peace. Safira Dreams, where stories become dreams.